a minute. So we can give maybe one more minute to stop before we begin. So welcome everyone today in our special event, 3 Steps, 1 Bow for Ukraine and Russia. And we begin with a minute of silence. So welcome again. Very happy to see all of you. We are here in Berkeley, California. Here is in the morning, 7:15, but I know that many people who are here and came from different places. I see people in Asia, Malaysia, maybe Taiwan and Europe, North America. We are really a global community here. Come together to support and express our solidarity with everyone who is affected by war in Ukraine. So for this call, we think that we'll finish around 1 hour. And first we'll invite our friend who offered the song. We have a chance to invite also friends who will share their experience since the war begins in Poland, in Warsaw. And we will have a short introduction to our practice, 3 steps, 1 bow. And as a last, our spiritual exercise will do guided loving kindness meditation. And in the end, we will transfer merit and virtue, all the blessings and goodness, what we together create here in this gathering. So that's our first place when we want to start. I want to introduce a good friend, Piotr Ornoch from Warsaw, who is an artist, poet, and songwriter who will sing to us a song written by him. And he will sing in Polish, so maybe I just mention about the theme and what we want to capture in his words. And when the song is about the life, it sometimes seems as a hostile and type of kind of seems like a dream. The dream has many levels. Sometimes we fight to find some relief. We couldn't find it. And although we like the dream, in order to be free, we want to wake up. And it's the wish that we will all wake up one day. So Piotr, are you ready? Yes. So please open our circle with your song.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you well.
So hello everyone, thank you very much Generation, DRB and the service-based team for inviting me and introducing me. It's a great honor and pleasure for me to participate in the 3 steps, 1 bow for Ukraine and Russia event and share my song with you. słońce znów rozproszy cień. Szczerze odpuść swoje oczy, niech cię przestrzedzą nocy. I choć wprawdzie nie ma cię, lepiej żebyś wiedział, że gdybyś dłonie swe otwarte miał, gdybyś oczy swoje jasne miał, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten świat, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten czas, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten świat, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten czas. Wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten świat, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten czas, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten świat, wiedz, że dla ciebie jest ten czas. Thank you.
Thank you, Piotr, for your offering. So, welcome again. So today is the day number 44 since the war in Ukraine begins. February 24th, 2022, all of us were shocked by this unprecedented aggression of Russia against Ukraine. And this is the short information from April 6. 1,611 civilians were dead. 131 from them are children. And 220, 27 were deeply injured. We heard about the town and city Bucha become a symbol of terror and oppression. So it's really deep tragic, heartbreaking, bringing the tears. So here we all together to honor all the suffering, offer our support, our solidarity, and hold the space with compassion and kindness. And we are here to dedicate all our practice for peace and support anyone who is affected by this war. One point we are witnessing this very tragic situation with war, but also we are observing something what is very uplifting and very inspiring, is seeing the heroic spirit entering mind and hearts all our brothers and sisters in Ukraine who stand up, not give up. Many of them Ukrainians, mostly women, children, elders, need to leave the country and came to the surrounding Ukrainian countries like Poland, Romania, Moldova, Hungary, Slovakia, and many other countries. 4.3 million of people left Ukraine since February 24th. It's probably the biggest massive migration since 1945, the end of the Second War. And all these people has been received by often very normal, ordinary people who open their hearts and homes, and the strangers become the family members. Often I've seen care and kindness become a visible part of people's life, where deeply transformed. Like for instance, Poland, the country where I came from, become a shelter from more than 2.5 million of people. And today with us are the few people who are deeply involved in this helping. One of them is Tomasz Ścigielski. He's one of the teachers and leaders of the Buddhist community in Warsaw, associated with Nitarta Institute in Europe. And their local center become a shelter for women's mothers and children, and he's deeply involved helping people in many, many different ways. And today I want to invite him and hear his experiences, what's happened, how he seeing the changes since the war began in Ukraine. So, Tomasz, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Present moment. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Well, Karma Sharing is the place I coordinate. It's one of the Buddhist center in Poland, and many of them are involved in support of Ukrainian refugees. And in our case, beginning was just to pick up people from the border. With cooperation with some friends in Lviv, who organized transportation from Lviv to the border, we organized transportation from border to our center, and just give people shelter. We have 4 rooms, now 5, one installed for this reason extra, and just bringing people and give them food, give them just basic conditions for living. And that was like the first phase. Second phase is just to talk with them, how we can help them to go further, because in Canada sharing we can guarantee something for some days. One lady stay whole month, she's pregnant, but others just stay 1 week, and we support them to go further, to go in another places in Europe, like 2 young girls. Tend to go to England for study. Some people go for Germany, another for Lithuania. And people change, people coming and going. Because of cooperation with International Buddhist Sangha, we collected some budget, some money. In this case, we can buy tickets for them if needed, just to help to buy some basic things. Because sometimes they are coming with just backpack only. Well, as you mentioned, family environment appears. Some kind of stranger became family member very quickly. In this case, we are big family, that's all. And the next steps is not only to give shelter, just to talk with people and recognize how we can be of benefit for the further travel. And this is not easy, because they are women with children, sometimes first time in the road, and not easy for them to accommodate, language problem, some kind of skills, how to find a job. But we try to find apartments, try to find some way, yeah, just normal life starts. Some people going, finding their own place and coming back sometimes. It's not easy. Seems to be that whole society, this in Poland, face the challenge, not only to help like shortly, but trying to find the way together. Yeah, that's all. Because of support of many, Ola, our friend, organized medical support, collecting money, buying medical equipment for Ukraine, others do other things. Buddhist Sangha in Poland is quite well involved, and altogether it seems that we recognize these difficulties as a chance for practice loving kindness and compassion. Yeah, that's all, Paul, I guess.
Wonderful. Thank you, Tomasz. This kind of visible gifts what you offer to us, and showing that in this very difficult time is actually space to practice and deeply involve service and help. And another person, a friend, we want to also invite to us is also Ola. Tomasz mentioned one Ola. Also, Ola is uh, involved in kind of medical help. She's from the Oncology Foundation Rakiety. They start helping the Ukrainian refugees since the war began, the first day, very first day. And mainly they want to offer the support to people who are suffer with cancer. When they came to Poland, they need to continue their treatments. And there are many volunteers not helping to them, but also they're under kind of umbrella of support and help for all families. When they're located in different places in Poland, and they receive, all the necessities, needs, and basic help and psychological help. As well, they're sending the transports with medical supplies to hospital in Kiev and so forth. So involved in many different places, deeply serve unconditionally. So, hola. Can I?
Hi everybody.
Hi, hola.
Yes, as you said, my name is Ola, and I work in Oncology Foundation Rakiety, it means rocket. I don't know if everybody knows us. We are an organization that supports oncology patients and their family and friends. As we are a Polish organization, we had been focusing on Polish patients in general, but since the end of February, we brought to action many new activities for Ukrainian patients who are coming to Poland to continue their treatment here. And what we do is, in general, trying to answer their needs in a very individual way. But in general, the requests are realized to transportation, accommodation, organizing their life here in Poland, and some areas specific for oncology patients. So translation of medical reports, organizing treatment here in Poland, information about medical care in Poland, organizing appointments, oncology consultations, and everything that is related to treatment. More and more often, also financial needs appear. Sometimes these are very, very basic needs. Like, for example, we have an elder couple here in Warsaw. The woman is an oncology patient, and she travels every day to hospital for chemotherapy. And even though Warsaw provides a free public transport for Ukrainian citizens, she cannot use it because of the risk of getting infected. So she has to use private transport. And we, as foundation, we cover the cost of it. This is quite simple example and quite simple case, but sometimes these needs are much bigger. This week we bought a special oncology medicament for one of our patients, Tatiana. This medicament costs around 2,500 euros per month. This is an enormous cost that Tatiana wouldn't be able to cover by her own. So we, as foundation, we bought it for her, and we organized it as fast as possible so that the pause in treatment wasn't so long. These are just two examples of patients who are under our support. But every day, new people are calling. Some of them need just basic information. Some of them need long-term support. Now we are in touch with around 65 patients. We stay in touch with them, we contact them, and try to answer their needs as they appear. So we need to be prepared for this long long-term support. Because we know that the situation won't change so quickly. As Tomasz said, some people are traveling abroad, but for oncology patients, it's not that easy, and they usually prefer to stay here in Poland, also because it's closer to Ukraine, and they are willing to come back to Ukraine as soon as possible. But we are all aware that it won't happen so quickly, because their houses, their hospitals, cities are often destroyed, and they will need to stay here in Poland for a while. So we try to prepare ourselves for this long-term support. We prepare our team for that. We hired new colleague from Ukraine. She speaks both Ukrainian and Polish, so that we can communicate easily with Ukrainian patients. And of course, we are gathering money for this financial support that will be needed in the near future. I think that's all from my side. Thank you very much for your interest in this situation and for your support for Ukrainian patients, both in Poland and in Ukraine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ola. Wonderful to hear from you and from Tomasz. I see someone. Dziękuję bardzo to Ola. This is our friend from California. Send a message. So now we are moving to the actually section of practice. As we said, and the theme is bowing, right? 3 steps, 1 bow. And in many sense, this bowing are connecting to the safe space when we can touch our kindness and our compassion. When we bow, we literally touch the ground, this Mother Earth, something what is greater than ourselves, the shelter place for all of us, all earthlings. In this position, when we bow, we stay in the ground. Our heart is higher than our hands and head, and we can allow to our heart lead us. Often, when we stay in our head, we kind of easy can move to the place when we want to fix things, we want to control, figure it out things, or be just lost in different narratives or in the noise. But when we return to heart, to this more intuitive place, the quality of care, we can open to honor and accept whatever arises. And you can open and welcome any emotions that arise, grief, fear, uncertainty, sometimes anger or frustration. And we can learn and stay with care with any discomfort, what we experience. We can stay authentic to all emotions and feelings and receive them with compassion and wisdom. When we bow, and we stay bow, we actually move to the position what is very, very familiar to us. You can say primordial or embryonic position, the first position introduced us in the womb, in our mother. So when we bow, in many ways we reconnecting to this nourishing and caring space. And this safe, peaceful space we can extend, not just for ourselves, but also for others. Those who are facing all the difficulties in Ukraine, or the refugees, all these patients who are sick, Ola mentioned, or Tomasz, who needs not just a shelter, but deep care, understanding, and be prepared for kind of long journey, and receiving the gift that you can be safe, you can be care. We all care. So right now I want to invite the fellow monk, Jin Chuanshi, here in Berkeley Monastery to guide us in this practice through steps one bow. We can touch the ground, welcome everyone, everything what arises, and express our deep care.
So maybe before we begin, I was reflecting on this practice of 3 steps, 1 bow, and how does this practice here, you could say our prayers and wishes, connect to the suffering and pain going on in Ukraine and around the world. And I thought it might be interesting just to look at it from another perspective. Namely, how has the war in Ukraine affected everyone around the world? Thoughts of aggression, actions that are violent, create anxiety and fear. And I think we feel that around the world. Somehow we're all interconnected very deeply. It's even beyond just the conscious mind. Unconsciously we sense something's off. But what if we turned that around and said, actually, we make a stand, or we make a bow for peace, for well-being, for compassion. And although we don't see it, somehow that place of interconnectedness allows these ripples to go out in, we say, non-linear ways that we don't understand. But what it comes from is this sincerity of heart, as Jing Weisher said, this sense of confidence and refuge, that we find that place in ourselves, then we can share it with other people. So I thought maybe we can just say that much, and then we can do the practice. It's for those who maybe haven't done any bowing before, I think Jing Weisher explained it quite well. It's a chance to literally touch the ground. But the most important thing is to relax and find that place of sanctuary. We call sanctuary of the heart for ourselves. And as we stand and as we walk, there's a sense of integrity and uprightness. So I invite you, if you're able to stand up. If you can't, then you can just sit in your chair and just sit up straight. Put your palms together in front of your chest, all your fingers touching. Just relax your body. And so you can find that inner alignment, where our spine is straight, our neck is over our shoulders. Then we take a deep breath. And as we exhale and lean forward, bring your right hand into the center, knees coming to the floor, left hand in front, right hand in front, and bring your head down in the center. Turn your hands over. Here, just completely let go. So you just relax, sinking down into the floor. As you inhale, you can turn your hands over. Bring your right hand into the center, in front of your knees. Your left hand comes up in front of your chest, and you push back with your right hand, coming back on the balls of your feet. And then you stand up. Again, finding that place of inner alignment. So that's the gesture with the body. Take one step, 2 steps, and then 3 steps. Again, you're standing up straight, leaning forward, right hand in the center, left hand in front, right hand in front, and then just forehead down, turning your hands over. Here, see if you can just imagine we're being held by Mother Earth, by the planet, by the universe. Just relax down into that care. Turning our hands over, right hand in the center, left hand from the chest, pushing up, standing up straight, again finding that inner alignment. First step, second step, third step. And bowing forward, right hand in the center, left hand in front, right hand in front, forehead touching the floor, and you turn your hands over. And now you can imagine honoring the experiences of those in pain and suffering. All those in Ukraine, all those in the surrounding countries, including the pain and suffering in the hearts of those in Russia. Just holding it with compassion, just like Mother Earth doesn't discriminate and supports us all. See if we can open to that heart that cares for the suffering of everyone. And turn your hands over. Right hand in the center. Left hand from the chest. Pushing up onto our feet, standing up straight. Finding that inner alignment. And here standing, I invite you to make your own intention. What is your prayer? May there be peace in Ukraine and Russia. May there be peace in my own heart. May there be peace around the world. Whatever you wish. And then we'll bow in silence for about 7 minutes. Okay, so I'll just do one more bow explaining, but I invite you all to just do your own reflection. So 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Bow down, right hand in the center, left hand in front, right hand in front. Turn your hands over.
Turn your hands over, coming up. Right hand back, left hand from the chest, pushing back. Standing up straight. So I'll hit a bell and people can follow if you wish, or you can bow at your own speed. So when I hit the bell, it's when we bow down, and when I hit the bell the second time, it's when we stand up. Or if you want to go at your own speed, please do. do one more bow. First step, second step, third step. Okay, I invite you to go back to your place where you can be seated. If you're already sitting, you can stay where you are. Did you want to say anything more? Okay. So see if you can find a comfortable way of sitting. Ideally with your feet flat on the floor, so you have that connection with the earth. And you also have your back straight. It's not leaning against the back of your chair, so you can find that sense of inner alignment and uprightness, kind of sense of integrity and strength. And we'll do maybe about 8-9 minutes of loving kindness meditation, followed by a dedication of merit to share the goodness, the care, the compassion that we've cultivated together with those that we hope to transfer to, especially those in Ukraine and Russia. Okay, so see if you can find a comfortable position. If you have glasses, you can take off your glasses. And the first thing we want to do is to ground ourselves in the body. The body's like a steady anchor. It can actually be a sanctuary. Wherever we are, we find ourselves in our body. Helps us get out of the thoughts in our mind, the judgments and stories. So with an inhale, so you can sit up straight. As you exhale, just relax. And as you inhale, sitting up straight, steadying the spine. And as you exhale, relax. See if you can relax your face. Any tension around the forehead or the eyes, just relax. We're enveloping ourselves in this heart of unconditional care. So we can relax our cheeks, our jaw. We can gently close our mouths and just breathe in through the nose. Just taking a natural breath. Allowing the body to use its own wisdom to just breathe at the rate and fullness and capacity that's appropriate for it. No need to force anything. This breath is literally a lifeline.
We're just honoring the breath, honoring the body. And coming down to the shoulders, just relaxing the shoulders. Roll them back if you wish. You can imagine your arms heavy, like they're weights on your elbows. And just let your shoulders sink down, letting the muscles unwind and lengthen. And then our stomach, any tension we feel in our stomach, just relax, using only the amount of strength we need to sit up straight. And then tune back into the breath. As we breathe in, we find that inner alignment, that sense of uprightness and courage. As we exhale, relax, letting go of any worries, anxieties, fears, expectations. Just allowing the breath to be this reminder, this gentle reminder to find this place of inner integrity, and sense of peace and relaxation, acceptance. Then we can tune into this heart of loving kindness. So what's important about this practice is that it's a sincere wish of unconditional care. It's actually quite simple. It's a wish for well-being, a wish for safety, a wish for peace and ease. And so I'm going to say some words, but you can actually use your own words if you wish. You can use an image if you wish. But the most important thing is to tune into the intention behind the words, the experience of care that comes from the visualization. We begin with ourselves. May I be filled with loving kindness. Just this body that we just honored with our awareness. Just imagine filling it up from our hearts, radiating this warmth and care that fills our chest, all the way to our fingers and toes, to the top of our head. Filled with this warmth and light. May I be filled with loving kindness. Tuning into the intention. No need to force anything. May I be well, sound in body and mind.
letting go of any anxieties and fears. May I be well. May I be peaceful and at ease. Just finding this place of groundedness, not scattered or restless, but an abiding place of peace and rest, and the corresponding ease and relaxation that comes from that peace. May I be peaceful and at ease. May I be happy. A sense of joy, a sense of lightness in the heart, in the body, in the mind. This happiness isn't one that we have to earn. Loving kindness wishes for our happiness simply because we do not want to suffer and wish to be happy. It's that simple. You can almost say that's just giving ourselves the permission to be happy. Even in the face of pain and suffering, finding that place of joy and well-being serves as a resource for us to face whatever difficulties arise. May I be happy. And just grounding ourselves in this heart of care. See if we can extend it out to those in Ukraine and Russia and all throughout the world. All those experiencing violence. All those experiencing displacement, having lost their homes, or having traveled far away from their homes. The confusion that comes from not knowing what's going to happen, or not really sure what's going on. Or simply the pain of losing a loved one. Finding that heart of solidarity with our fellow human beings, knowing that rather than dividing us and them, we're all brothers and sisters, one family, that experience suffering and wish to be happy. See if you can just extend that heart of care to all those in Ukraine and Russia. May they all be filled with loving kindness. With loving kindness, we put down the weapons of war, and we open our hearts to care and forgiveness and peace. May they all be well, free of anxiety, free of resentment, free of aggression or hostility. May they all be peaceful and at ease. An abiding place of rest, a true place, true sanctuary for their hearts. May they all be happy, finding the simple joy in life, not in fighting, not in winning, not in meeting others or our own expectations. This simple joy. That's always there if we wish to access it. May they be happy. And see if you can just extend that heart of care outwards around the world, throughout the universe, shining almost like a bright beacon of light and peace, pushing back, or maybe you could say illuminating the darkness, places of pain and suffering. Honoring what's there. Then that caring light. Somehow the suffering knows its proper place. And it can begin to heal in its own way, in its own time. So I think take another breath, sitting up straight, finding that inner courage and integrity. As you exhale, just relax the body, accepting whatever is arising. I invite you to open your eyes. Okay, just give them time. That's a little bit over, sorry. But we'll do our dedication of merit.
So thank you, Jinchuansher, for leading us in this field of care, unconditional care for all who suffer, including ourselves. And now is the final moment of our gathering. All the goodness, all deep care. Now we can share with the boundless, limitless, caring heart, has no limits. And we share with you the simple, you can say, prayer or dedication or intention. Very simple lines to capture this space of unconditional care. The first line is, may we be safe and protected from inner and other harm. That inner harm, the harshness, the criticism, we can be safe and accept whatever arises in the heart. And other harm, of course, is the war, oppression, aggression. Maybe all be free from it. Be truly happy, deeply peaceful. Just going deeper, not just surface happiness, something what is unconditional, solid, healthy and strong, physically at ease. All us be happy and in our bodies. And the last one is the kind of contemplation of equanimity. May we take care of ourselves and live with well-being. May all of us find deep resources to meet anything what our lives brings us. And extend this for our brothers and sisters in Ukraine, surrounding countries, in Russia, ourselves, all peoples in the schools, your families, your friends. We can use this limitless, boundless heart to express our deep care. So you can follow us. It's a very simple tune. We will chant 3 times.
And we'll do last time with everyone.
And last time with everyone.
Yeah, so what we can do maybe at the last one, you can allow people to unmute themselves.
And you can
We'll
also...
the first 3 we'll do ourselves, and then the last one, everyone can join.
And we can join.
Yeah, later.
Later,
Yeah.
as the 3rd one.
Yeah, the
You can
for
also
the 4th one.
the 4th one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do
for
3
the
times
4th
first.
one. You can unmute. Because cacophony of kindness. And also you can turn on your cameras. You can see each other. This kind of supporting, caring community around the world. Okay? May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live with well-being. May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live with well-being. May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live with well-being.
Okay, one more time.
One more time, all of us.
Everyone together.
May we be safe and protected from inner and outer harm. May we be truly happy and deeply peaceful. May we be healthy and strong and physically at ease. May we take care of ourselves and live with well-being.
Beautiful.
Wonderful. This is the Loving Kindness Orchestra.
Want maybe a minute of silence to finish?
So we can finish with minute of silence.
1 minute of silence. People can take all the good energy and just settle in the body, settle in the heart, studying it out throughout the world.
Okay. Okay, so thank you for coming. Maybe you can unmute yourself and say hi or hello or
Hello.
thank you.
So wish you all well.
Wish you well. Thank you. Yes.
So wish you all a good day or a good evening wherever you are.
And stay tuned. And
Oh, I see people in Ukiah. Hello, welcome.
wow.
3 steps, 1 bow.
Everywhere. We have California.
DRBU. See a lot of people. Okay. Wish you well. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Namidovo. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Thank you.
Hmm?
Problem closed.
Okay.